Coming up on this edition of Reel to Reel.
I'm Kathy Harrington. I'll have the story of a high school senior's journey back from a devastating accident.
The National Director of the 40 Days for Life campaign visits the Diocese of Springfield. I'm Carolee McGrath. I'll have the story coming up.
And the Big E is back, and folks are celebrating everything that makes New England so special. These stories are coming your way next on Reel to Reel. Hello and welcome to Reel, coming to you from the Big E in West Springfield, New England's great state fair representing 6 states worth of fun, from agriculture to animals, crafts to international culture, entertainment, shopping, and of course, everyone's favorite, the food. There's definitely something for everyone here at the Big E, and this year it comes with even greater anticipation after being forced to cancel last year due to the COVID pandemic. Joining me now is Jean Cassidy, President and CEO of the Big E. And Jean, finally, the Big E is back.
Finally, Big is back is right after what now is a 2-year hiatus. So,
unbelievable.
2020 couldn't get by fast enough, huh, Sharon?
Yeah, no kidding. But so everyone's excited, people are enjoying the fair. What can you tell us about, how was it, first of all, for you to not be open last year, and how did you all get through it?
So it's very difficult. You know, the eastern states, of course, we're like the church bazaar, huh? So the fair funds our mission, and when you can't operate for a year, we had zero income. So getting the fairgrounds from 2019 to now, September of 2021, to reopen has been a very difficult task for everybody involved economically. So there was the threat of COVID and the sickness that it could bring, but then there was the financial illness that also ensued.
So you've been open, folks are enjoying the fair. What can you tell us about what you have here that everyone can enjoy and look forward to if they haven't been yet?
Well, so you know, the great thing about the Big E is that it's the place where everybody comes to gather. Family and friends are here, and I often say this is the best celebration of the American way of life. So now what is becoming the post-pandemic world, people are coming out from their seclusion and they're enjoying company again. And there's no better place to do it than at the Eastern States Exposition. So, you know, we have all the food, which has become its own entertainment for sure, but then we have, you know, this awesome lineup of entertainers. This is a place where people can gather, shop, and be together as one again.
Mm-hmm. And what's your favorite part?
Well, as you can tell, probably the food, right? So there's a lot of fair food, to be sure, but there's also food on the fairgrounds that one wouldn't expect necessarily at a fair, because you think about fried stuff, right? Mm-hmm. You know, our cream puff it can't be beaten. And this year we released a new flavor after 21 years. We introduced an autumn flavor, a pumpkin cinnamon cream puff is very popular.
Ooh, that's awesome. So for folks that would like to come, what can they look forward to coming into the last week here?
Well, I mean, we still have a huge lineup. I encourage people to go to thebige.com to check the entertainment lineup. There's awesome shopping. We intentionally created a little bit more space on the fairgrounds so that people could have a little bit more social distancing. We were very cognizant of that, so there were some vendors that we didn't bring back in order to create that space. But great shopping and great entertainment, all the great food, and it's just, like I say, it's a great place to be back together again as one.
Excellent. Well, wish you all the best, and hopefully we get great weather for the remaining days, and we're glad to be here.
As am I, for sure. I mean, just the sights of the fairgrounds, the colors, the music, the lights, and the smiles. It's a wonderful place. It's a blessing, to be sure.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sharon.
I'm Dan Dumas with your Reel to Reel news briefs. A signature drive is underway to get an initiative petition for a law to preserve the lives of children born alive on the ballot in 2022. If passed by the voters, it would require that all life-saving measures be undertaken to aid a child born alive as part of a late-term abortion. Supporters, including the Massachusetts Catholic Conference, say this measure is needed in part because of the near limitless expansion of abortion procedures passed into law in late 2020. Supporters have until November to gather the required signatures. In diocesan news, this past week, Bishop William Byrne announced the appointment of Monsignor John Banzani and Father Mark Stelzer as the new co-vicars for clergy. They will begin these new duties starting Friday, October 1st, taking over from Fathers Robert Gentile and Christopher Malatesta, whose 5-year term of office has ended. Best wishes to both. Meanwhile, as we marked the final days of summer, hundreds turned out for faith and fun at a parish picnic in Ware recently. Carolee McGrath has the story.
With Father Paul Norman on guitar, hundreds celebrated their faith at the All Saints St. Mary Parish Picnic last Sunday. The event was held on the grounds of the former St. Mary's School. Father Norman, the administrator of the parish, provided entertainment for the afternoon and gave away 400 free tickets.
We thought that after COVID, with all the struggles of this last year and a half, almost 2 years now, that it would be important to bring people together. We decided that this is an opportunity to have a free picnic for people to come together and just celebrate our parish community and our life in Christ together.
Many of the ministries of the parish set up tables under the giant tent to recruit more volunteers, including the Rosary Sodality. The Knights of Columbus Ware Council 183 provided hamburgers and hot dogs for free, and the parish youth group gave away popcorn. Dance Unlimited also provided entertainment for the afternoon. Mary Beth, I'll start with you. What does your faith mean to you? Like, I mean, you could have been at a different festival, but you're here at St. Mary's and All Saints. Why are you here?
St. Mary's has been my home all my life. I grew up, all my sacraments I've done here. I used to go to St. Mary's School.
We were doing different line dances. We just wanted to make sure that the youth was involved, wanted to get everybody up, dancing, kind of starting off the picnic with a good vibe, having a great time. And it was received very well. A lot of the kids had a lot of fun.
The picnic is one of several community building events Father Norman has planned. In July, he began Christ Night events for youth, which include Eucharistic adoration, praise and worship, games, and pizza. Father Norman is also a member of the Singing Priests.
As you can see, I'm part of the entertainment. I've been playing some live music for all of the parishioners, and so it's a mix of just, praise and worship and Johnny Cash and the Everly Brothers and James Taylor, you name it. And so just an opportunity for us to come together and celebrate God's gifts of love, His beauty, and His goodness.
In Ware, I'm Carolee McGrath.
Seems like a great time was had by all. And finally, the Children of Mary invite the Catholic faithful to organize and participate in a 10-day, 24-hour adoration being offered for persecuted Christians in Afghanistan and throughout the world. This will begin October 1st and conclude on October 10th. Organizers are hoping to have many parishes participate. To learn more on organizing or participating, we have a link on iobserve.org. And before we close, we want to send birthday greetings to Bishop Byrne, whose special day is September 26th. Happy birthday, Bishop. Remember, you can stay informed on all the latest news in the Catholic Church locally and beyond by logging on to iobserve.org. There you can read articles written by our Catholic communications staff, as well as view on-demand episodes of Reel to Reel. That's iobserve.org. I'm Dan Dumas, and those were your Reel to Reel news briefs.
Thanks, Dan. And there's still much more ahead for you coming from the Big E in West Springfield. The annual 40 Days for Life campaign is uniting supporters in prayer and fasting for an end to abortion. Oh, the fun is back for the 5th largest fair in North America. We'll take you to the Big E in West Springfield. These stories and more are still ahead on this edition of Reel to Reel.
Like Catholic TV on Facebook. Once you're there, you can join in on discussions, make friends with other Catholic TV fans, watch behind-the-scenes videos from the studio,
just finished this today,
and stay up to date with the Catholic world. All this at facebook.com/CatholicTV.
With Respect Life Month now just days away, the annual 40 Days for Life campaign started this week. The prayer campaign centers on peaceful, prayerful public witness. To help kick it off and get people inspired to sign up here in Western Massachusetts, the North American campaign director came to our diocese speaking at 2 events. Carolee McGrath was there for both events and has this report.
Lord our God, we thank you for
Father Dan Dumas, the Director of Pro-Life Activities for the Diocese of Springfield and pastor of Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament Parish in Westfield, opened with prayer at a recent breakfast to welcome pro-life parish contacts. The new program will help connect pro-life efforts throughout the diocese and build momentum for larger campaigns, such as the 40 Days for Life, which is now underway.
The coordinators are going to coordinate for their parishes, so they'll get word out through the parish bulletin, through announcements at Mass. We're hoping that each parish will take 1 day of the 40 days as their commitment to cover the hours down at the clinic, and we're confident that that will happen.
In fact, several parishes and individuals have signed up so far. Bishop Byrne prayed the rosary on the very first day. To encourage more people to take part in the 40 days, Father Dan held a pro-life rally last Friday at his church with Steve Carlin, the North American director of the 40 Days for Life campaign.
But it's so important to me, and I hope encouraging for all of you. I love to get out and to be with you, and to pray with you, and to stand with you, and to witness with you.
Carlin began as a volunteer for the 40 Days for Life in Madison, Wisconsin. The husband and father of 5 trains 40 Days for Life leaders across the country.
Massachusetts is pro-life, and you said the separate message in that regard.
About 70 people attended the rally to hear Carlin and to sign up for the campaign, which is ecumenical. Pastor Constant Cooley of the United Temple Church of God in Christ in Springfield is a father of 6 and grandfather of 22.
And this 40 Days for Life at least brings the attention to the fact that if we don't do it, if the church doesn't do it, who is? And if the pastors don't speak out, who is going to? Because the unborn children can't speak for themselves.
Maybelline Burgos, who attended with her husband Tony, has been active in the 40 Days for Life campaign and is involved in Rachel's Vineyard, a retreat which promotes healing after abortion.
I had an abortion and then I regret it for the rest of my life, and so I'm here to support the 40 Day for Life, pro-life, because I want to make women aware of that life does matter and that life starts in the womb, and to help them not do the same mistake I did.
About 200 people gathered the next morning to hear Carlin speak at Pro-Life of Pioneer Valley's annual breakfast in Holyoke.
I'm so excited to see so many people here for this event. It just shows that the power of life always will win, and that the people here know that. And so the more we support life, the unborn, the elderly, each stage of life, we celebrate God's gift.
Several students from Pope Francis also attended the breakfast. Sophomore Julia Rubin said she was horrified when she saw a video explaining how a baby is aborted.
These innocent lives, these vulnerable human beings, the most vulnerable actually. And I saw that and I was like, wow, this is so devastating, this is awful. And I believe people need to see this, see what a devastating thing this is, because it's so sad. And I believe we need to stand up. We cannot be silent. We need to stand up for life.
One of the biggest challenges with getting people to sign up for the 40 Days for Life is the fact that it's a public prayerful witness. And let's be honest, it's often awkward praying in public. But organizers say if you can get past that for a half hour or so, you could be saving the lives of babies and sparing their moms from the trauma of abortion.
We have 26 confirmed saves in the Springfield area under the campaigns we've been doing. And we know from people who were in the industry who have come now and joined us that anytime anybody's outside an abortion clinic, there's a lot of turn-away.
And because the entire movement is driven by Christ's love, prayer is at the foundation. Psalm 33 Praise and Worship Group at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament led music for Eucharistic adoration the night before the campaign began to pray for the success of the 40 Days for Life.
There's a lot of different ways you can serve our Lord. You can, serve soup in a soup kitchen. You can provide for the homeless. All of those things are wonderful things to do, and you hopefully come away with a little emotional high of knowing that your service, provided a warm meal for somebody. In pro-life activism, it's different. You probably go home wondering whether it did make a difference. And what does our Lord tell us? He says, "Blessed are those who have not seen but who have believed."
And so, with complete trust in Jesus, people are praying for life and for the conversion of hearts. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
And to sign up for the 40 Days for Life, visit iobserve.org for a link. Serena Croto of Agawam found her senior year of high school to be more challenging than expected. An afternoon of fun during winter vacation changed the course for her senior year and for her whole family. Kathy Harrington reports now on the test of faith they encountered.
We were at Cape Cod. It was February vacations. We were sledding at a Dennis golf course, and it was the last run, and I went down, and there was a snow jump, and I hit over it, and I was like, okay, I'm good, but I didn't see that there was a second one.
Serena Croto hit that second bump, slammed to the ground, and hyperextended her neck as she landed on her back.
I was laying there, and I couldn't move from my neck down for about a few minutes. But when I opened my eyes from wincing from the pain, my sister was there, and she was like, "You gotta hold your head straight, are you okay? Stay with me, but don't move."
Moving the teen from the middle of the golf course proved challenging. EMTs needed help hoisting her onto a snow sled and then up the hill. Immediately, she was transported and examined at a local hospital. But it wasn't until Croto was home in western Massachusetts that the full extent of her injury was known.
We checked in with my pediatrician, and they were like, "You know what, you gotta go get checked out at the ER, at Bay State," and then I ended up staying overnight there.
An MRI revealed central cord syndrome, an incomplete spinal cord injury. The teenager faced physical and occupational therapy, followed up with exercises at home with the help of her mom.
She has to stretch my hands out and close them for me. Yeah. Which is extremely painful, but you gotta do it if I want to get better.
On a medication to relax what she describes as a buzzing sensation, there was no question about Croto returning to complete her senior year at Agawam High School.
I had enough credits, though, that I was able to say that I graduate early.
The timing also worked out for the senior Girl Scout. She submitted her Gold Award project in November. Her project complemented the Agawam students' ALICE training: alert, lockdown, inform, counter, and evacuate.
It was called Safety Stash. It focused on school intruder, natural disaster, evacuation, lockdown situations. In the bucket, there is bungee cords and door stoppers to keep the doors of the classrooms closed. There is water bottles, glow sticks, flashlights, and there are whistles in case you get lost from each other.
Throughout high school, Croto was involved on campus as secretary of her class, president of Helping Hands, and as a goalie on the field hockey team. She also found plenty to do at church, making her confirmation in 2019.
It felt good to do that because you go to CCD and you make your first communion and you do penance, and I feel like it's like an accomplishment. You're like, I did it. I made it into the church as an adult member.
Our Lady of Mount Carmel here in Springfield is the Croto family home parish. Here Serena was an altar server and she found her voice in the choir. Now her parish family is finding ways to support her in her recovery. Sister Betty Matusik has known Croto for about 10 years.
I just thought it important that that community be represented, at our option, at their option, as a part of people who have been a part of her life too. And we're really very concerned. But just for her family to feel the support of the church because they've been so faithful.
I believe the good Lord doesn't give us what we can't handle. Every day has been a challenge, but we're doing it.
The prayers, we know that a lot of people are rooting for her, and that's what keeps us going, I think, every day.
Then there's a little help from friends.
We're so appreciative for meals. Another friend from the parish brought us dinner and dessert.
And a special Thursday delivery from a church friend.
She really goes all out, and she makes them so pretty. I'm very thankful for that.
It feels special.
Yes, it does make me feel very special.
In June, Croto was able to walk across the stage to receive her diploma. Now fitted with 2 types of hand braces, one to feed herself and the other to type, she's making improvements, though she's had to defer college for a year while continuing her therapy.
She is so positive through this whole ordeal, and I feel that our faith is definitely what's helping us get through this.
I've always been pretty positive. I think negativity is just not welcome, in my opinion, and there's no need for it. And you just kind of have to think of like, all right, you're stuck here now, but you won't be the next day. I feel like if I can be just like a little like happy and like kind of look at the bright side of things, then everything will work out in the end.
Croto's field hockey team website includes a quote from actor Christopher Reeve. "A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles." Sounds like it was written for Serena Croto. In Agawam, I'm Kathy Harrington for Reel to Reel.
It's so good to see that Serena's doing better every day, and also she's even found her way onto the Agawam High School field hockey team this fall as a volunteer. Good for her. More now on the return of one of New England's iconic traditions, the Big E here in West Springfield. Of course we all missed this and so many other events last year during the height of the pandemic. But with the theme, the Big E is back, folks have been enjoying what's currently the 5th largest fair in North America. Nick Morganelli takes us on a tour now, experiencing everything that is great about New England.
The bishop opened the first Sunday of the Big E by celebrating Mass. He admitted one challenge that was more than meets the eye.
If I seem distracted at any point, please forgive me. It's the first time I've ever said Mass while smelling fried Oreos.
The Little Sisters of the Poor from Enfield, Connecticut attended, as well as dozens of fairgoers.
And what a wonderful day to have my very first Bishop's Mass here. Just so fun with all the whole fair going on, but then to have Christ be a part of it. It's really a beautiful tradition, and I'm so grateful for the Big E to keep it going.
If you visit on a Sunday, plan to arrive by 9:30. Mass begins at 10 at the Court of Honor stage. And this venue doubles for free entertainment, including concerts. Southern Rock kicks off the week with the Outlaws, and you can catch Taylor Rodriguez performing as Elvis for the fair's final weekend.
Section 1, you are sounding good tonight. We're going to be Section 2 out of Play 2 in the Orange. From America's Got Talent, please welcome Sowie Mandel.
The Mallory Complex is where you'll find these racing pigs. No, not that one. You'll also find sheep and cows and other farm animals. Check out the 600-pound butter sculpture on your way in. There are many entertainment shows at Storerton Village Gazebo throughout the day. Look for Cirque Zuma Zuma and Yo-Yo Guy this upcoming week. There's also Artisan Demonstrations.
For me, it's more of just an old profession that you don't really see too often.
Mac and his family have seen 3 presentations already.
I've seen him make a turtle, starfish, and just that fish. I would say the fish is probably the most complex. We'll see what the 4th one brings.
Proceeds from items bought are donated back to the fair for children's agricultural programs. At Farmerama, kids will love learning from the Hampden County beekeepers. And Future Farmers of America give away free corsages every day.
We have a floral class at our school, and that's where students learn how to make corsages, bouquets.
We are all about giving to the community, giving to the public, and this is a great way for us to not only interact with people, but share what we are and who we are.
By choosing to eat at the firehouse, you support their charitable works. They even serve breakfast.
All the firefighters here are volunteer. We give all our money back to the community, whether it be youth sports, the open pantry in town, or if someone in town is in need and someone recommends that to us, we'll reach out and try to help in any way that we can.
There's a new featured burger at the fair this year from White Hut, located at the Midway entrance food court.
I always eat the crazy burger, and then this is new, so I love waffles. So the thought of a sweet, crispy waffle with the spicy syrup with a burger, just amazing.
So you're gonna share this with Brian?
Yeah, for sure. I can't eat this whole thing by myself.
The Avenue of States showcases a replica state house of each New England state with unique businesses and food inside.
And it's always going to be #1.
Barbecue aroma fills the air outside the Connecticut building.
What's the biggest potato you've ever seen in your life, first of all? Second of all, it comes with real bacon, real butter, real cheese, real sour cream, and you can also put pulled pork, which is smoked.
Way better than the maple potato, just saying. It's got it beat. They loaded out.
Two of the Gates family purchased a golden ticket, a lifetime pass of Big E fun. 3 state buildings all feature a unique slushie. The Ocean State's Dell's Lemonade, one made with the Green Mountain State's apple cider and the Bay State's maple syrup.
Once you start sugaring, you just can't stop. It's like an addiction. I've been sugaring for 53 years.
All 3 vendors agreed to a slushy Olympics competition. Meet Paige, Lily, and Summer, our randomly chosen judges from Agawam.
I like that one because I like maple, so I give it a 9.
A 2.
Really?
I don't like things
I'm gonna say like an 8.5.
Well, it was tough competition, but let's find out who gets the gold medal.
That's the best one. Yeah. Yeah, that one was the best one. 10. I love apple cider.
10.
10.
I'm from Mass Maple Producers Association, and we got the silver. Congratulations to our cider victor.
Vermont Cider Slushie took the gold, but they were all delicious. Many vendors are located in the Better Living Center and Young buildings. You'll even find the pro-life booth showcasing 40 Days for Life. This couple bought a cutting board in support of Teen Challenge.
Their mission is to end adolescence addiction, which was very near and dear to me.
With 12 weeks till Christmas, bring cash and credit to do some shopping. There's always Midway rides for the kids, but I couldn't resist the giant slide. I raced the Estrada and Pelican families to end my day. My advice? Hold on to your burlap. Enjoying another Biggie adventure for Reel to Reel, I'm Nick Morganelli.
So there you have it, something for everyone. Great job, Nick. I'm sure you had a tough time with that assignment. And if you plan on coming on Sunday, you can fulfill your obligation as Mass is held every Sunday during the fair. And if you haven't gotten here yet, come on by and enjoy the entertainment, exhibits, and of course, the food. I have been here every day so far, and I keep seeing more that I need to try. There's the Granville Store grilled cheese, the filled popovers from the Delaney House, the Fire Station chili, deep fried Oreos. Okay, Sharon, let's focus. And for this week, that's Reel to Reel. Thanks so much for watching. A quick calendar note, the Dominican nuns of West Springfield invite all to take part in their annual Rosary Sunday devotions at 1 p.m. next Sunday, October 3rd. This will include the blessing and distributions of roses, recitation of the Rosary, and benediction of the Blessed Sacrament. The monastery is located at 1430 Riverdale Street in West Springfield. And be sure to follow the latest news of the Catholic Church, both here in the Diocese of Springfield and around the world on our news and information site, iobserve.org, and also on Facebook at Catholic Communications. I will see you right back here next week for Reel to Reel, your window on the world around you. See you then.
Reel to Reel is a production of the Catholic Communications Corporation, funded in part by the annual Catholic Appeal, and the support of you, our faithful viewers.